Good evening, I'm Evan Koslof. Thank you for staying up with us. This is WBOC News at 10 on Fox 21. With any holiday season, a trip to the mall is on the list for many who want to snatch up the last bargains of the summer season. As WBOC's Nicola Denado reports, for many businesses, Labor Day is the biggest moneymaker until the winter holidays. I hate to admit it, but this weather is reminding us that fall is right around the corner. Let's take a live look into Rehoboth Beach from our Boardwalk Plaza Hotel camera. And another memorial today out of Roanoke, Virginia. TV station WDBJ held a memorial service for Allison Parker and Adam Ward. Those were, of course, the two journalists murdered on air last week. Stateside now, presidential candidate Hillary Clinton is speaking out about a subject she rarely speaks of in public, her faith. Coming up next, we'll tell you about one California man who came face to face with a mountain lion. We'll have his reaction. Plus, what do you get when you mix comedian Jerry Seinfeld, a lemonade stand, and the police? We'll tell you how they all connect coming up. All that is when WBOC News at 10 continues after this. Thanks, Mike. Coming up in sports, we have your NFL highlights. Find out how the Redskins quarterback Kirk Cousins did in Week 2. They're coming off a very disappointing week in Week 1. Sports is next. Stay with us.
Good evening, guys. And if you live in this area, then you know all about the debate over vacation rentals. And let's take a look down below from Chopper 16. Here you're getting a bird's eye view of Rehoboth Avenue.
We took a drive today to check out the roadways. All right, now as we pull up at a red light, I just want to describe some of the roads we're facing. In the Negev Desert, this is Evan Koslof reporting on the renewed violence here in Israel. CBS is reporting that there was some rocket fire launched from the Gaza Strip and then returned from Israel. Now in the new technological era, you're always connected because with the snap of a video on your phone, you can send it to anyone across the globe. WBOC took a trip today. After fueling up, we were ready to hit the sky. From inside, you can see Denrec dropping a bacterially produced insecticide from above. Good evening, guys, and I just want to illustrate just how long that line was. If you look over my left shoulder, you can probably see that white tent by the entrance to Legislative Hall. That's where the line began. It continued around the corner and then up MLK Jr. Boulevard. Cape students are already able to do work at home using their iPads. This is one of the main apps they're using. It's called Schoology. It allows them to get access to all the content they need, whether they're here at school or right here on the couch. The testimony inside of this courthouse was very emotional today. The mother of the victim was fighting back tears while she spoke, and Shattuck was actually sobbing for the entire time, at times speaking directly to the family. Now, we do have some video of her walking into the courtroom this morning, surrounded by friends, hand in hand around her. When you look at the numbers, there's no question as to why many people are turning to scooters like this one. This one gets 110 miles per gallon. Some of them get as high as 140 miles per gallon. On top of that, they're actually pretty fun as well. All the games will be played right here at the Cape Henlopen High School, and it's all about bringing in some of the best talent from across the country. That means, hopefully, a little better than me. Now, currently, right now, they're building a fence right here, and everything on this side of the fence will not be able to be used, including this beach area. Also, this bar, stages, restrooms by the stages, and the raw bar will not be able to be used. And in the hours leading up to the public showing, adjacent roads to the church like this one were shut down to vehicles by the Secret Service. All this to say that if you are going to make your way up to Wilmington, you may want to give yourself a little extra time. Now, naturally, this is a story about dogs, so I thought I'd bring one of my favorite pups. Meet Riley. She's a little nuts, as you could probably see. For that reason, a park for her to run around is a good idea. Now let's talk scale here. Over my right shoulder, you could see jetty after jetty sticking out into the water. When this is all said and done, every single one of those will be covered in sand as the beach will be pushed out by almost a football field. Right now I'm at the end of the runway, which is about 5,500 feet, but with about $20 million from the state, they plan to move it all the way back here to 6,000 feet. As for today, it wasn't a very hard sell to tell people to get out of the water. That's because for most of the day, it was pretty wet and disgusting. But tomorrow is going to be the real challenge. That's because that rain is going to subside a little bit, but those dangerous conditions will continue. The red flag was out in Rehoboth Beach, a warning that these waves are no joke.
You can see how it's pulling out right there.
Captain Kent Buxton for the Rehoboth Beach Patrol says dangerous rip currents can be seen throughout the coastal area. Would you allow your children into this water?
Absolutely not. No. I mean, it's just too dangerous. It's better to play it safe. You know, try some other things to do on a rainy day. Hit the boardwalk, go shopping, go to the movies. But to come out here and try to swim in this environment, you're really putting your child's life in danger.
The National Weather Service says the risk will only get worse off of Delaware's coast on Saturday and Sunday. In fact, they say waves could reach between 5 and 8 feet. Now, one other thing you'll notice about the waves today is there's quite a lot of this foam right here. I'm told that's caused by heavy surf and strong winds. Maybe another reason to stay away from the beach for this weekend.
Wait, make him off again.
That's the reason these beachgoers are sticking to other activities. For example,
Dig some holes and make some sandcastles. The waves are pretty big, and I don't know. I know how to swim, but I don't know if I can swim that well. The current's pretty big and rough, so not today.
Also saying not today is Brandon Childress of Pittsburgh, spending some time in the sand, not the water.
Really huge, and you can even see the foam come up on the beach, and you can just stick your feet in there, I guess.
But as for these waves, people are staying away in Sussex County. All right, now for much of the day, they're simply advising people not to go into the water. But at around 2 o'clock this afternoon, Rehoboth Beach actually decided there'd be no swimming allowed, at least for today. As for this weekend, your best bet is to swim only where there are lifeguards, and you're going to want to ask their permission first. Good afternoon, Chris. It's Senate Bill 90, but it's being affectionately referred to as Riley's Law, and it passed unanimously in the House and Senate, and today it was all up to the governor. This is the moment that the Maidler family has been waiting for. Pen in hand, Governor Jack Markell inked young Riley's name into the history books. But to understand the significance of this, you need to take it back. This is Riley Maidler at her home in Rehoboth Beach. She's 9 years old and suffers from seizures on a regular basis. In past interviews, she described her seizures this way.
It's like I'm on a roller coaster that won't stop, a very scary one.
And Riley's mother, Janie Maidler, tells WBOC that there's only one way off of that roller coaster: CBD oil, a marijuana-based medicine, one that doesn't get the patient high, but does limit seizures, pain, and swelling. Before Riley's Law, this medicine was reserved for adults only. As Maidler packs the car, she reflects on the law nearing fruition.
I have a feeling that I'm probably going to have a lot of emotions that are going to kind of come to the surface.
And as for young Riley,
Excited to the moon and back.
so they hopped in the car and left. And an hour later, they were in Dover at Legislative Hall, where they met with Republican bill sponsor Senator Ernie Lopez. Lopez tells WBOC that this is the best bill he's ever worked on.
In this building, we don't get a lot of unanimous votes, and for a bill like this to go through both chambers in the Senate and the House on a unanimous basis on an issue that at first appearance could be a little bit controversial really meant a lot to me.
The group then works their way inside to meet the governor, where the bill
And Riley's Law is now the law of Delaware.
became law.
This is a huge step, and it's just a ton of burden and weight lifted off of us.
I feel like I'm dreaming because I'm just really happy I'll be able to have the medicine.
A law all in the name of one brave 9-year-old girl. All right, now this bill allows sick children like Riley to get access to these oils, and come Friday, they'll be able to get it right here in Delaware. That's because the first dispensary is going to open on Friday in Wilmington.
Good evening, guys. And one thing to emphasize, there's really no reason to panic. That being said, it is somewhat rare for a shark to be that close to the shore here in Maryland. And if you take a look from Chopper 16, you're getting a look at the beach in the area of 7th Street. For much of the day, the water remained closed for people's safety.
What's up, dog?
Check out this video sent to us by Dallas Harrington. It shows the hammerhead swimming towards his boat.
Shark coming right at the boat. Hammerhead.
Different phone, same image. Remarkable video of people coming face to face with the shark. That second clip was taken by the staff at Paradise Water Sports. Captain Kyle Miller says that when he saw the shark, his jaw dropped.
We're just driving the boat nice and slowly by, and the fin just rises right out of the water, and you can see the tail just kind of swimming back and forth. It was very cool.
What was your first thought when you saw that fin pop out of the water?
Sweet!
Meanwhile, Chopper 16 captured something you rarely see in the summer: packed beaches, empty water. That's because from 30th Street down, Beach Patrol played it safe and intermittently shut down sections of the water. Meanwhile, down on the beach, dozens flocked to our camera to share their story.
I was like, oh! And then we just started following it all the way down the whole coast.
Now, pinpointing where exactly the shark is has been a complicated process because really, it's been moving up and down the coastline. In fact, just a few moments ago, a shark passed by. And as captured by WBOC photographer Joe Cooper, you can see its fin heading south towards the inlet. Tyler Hone of Philadelphia had his speakers out. Why are you playing this music?
Because there's Jaws out there, I'm telling you. He's coming.
And despite his fear-mongering, the OC Beach Patrol ensures WBOC that there's really no reason to panic.
A shark isn't really a danger in Maryland. We have it here, everybody's talking about it, but it doesn't really pose a danger.
Arbin says hammerheads won't attack unless provoked.
As shark experts will tell you that a hammerhead shark is one of the most docile types of sharks. They're scary looking, but they're not aggressive sharks.
Dude, that's like 6 feet.
Good news as we continue to watch this guy maneuver its way through Ocean City.
All right, back up here in Chopper 16. There have been multiple sightings over multiple days, but the Department of Natural Resources has confirmed that the sightings were all the same shark. Most recently, it's been spotted in the Asselman Bay. We'll be sure to continue to watch that shark's movements here in Ocean City.